Good afternoon, everybody. There is no live chat to this video. There's no monetization for this video. And the comment section is going to be turned off for this video, as it will be for the foreseeable future for future videos. In the last couple of months, the team at Transport Evolved have tried to be as honest and open with you about our feelings about some of the challenges that we as LGBTQ community content creators have experienced. Many of you have been very upset that we have dared to bring politics into our videos. In fact, we have lost close to 400 subscribers in the last couple of months, mostly in the last week, because we decided that we needed to speak out against some behavior from someone in the community. At the same time, we're seeing increased attacks in our comment section on our team, both by how we look, how we dress, what we sound like, our gender identity, and our sexuality. These attacks are rising in frequency. They're rising in their viciousness. And we are spending a significant amount of our days now collectively as a team trying to fight all of that in the comment section, moderating, trying to make sure that people are not traumatized by some of the hateful comments that are being left, and trying to make sure that at the same time we respond to our audience. One of the reasons why I have tried really hard to try and keep the comment section open is because I want you, the legitimate fans of the channel, supporters of the channel, fellow people who want to see cleaner, greener, safer, and smarter vehicles succeed, to have access to us as a team, to be able to talk to us as a team. And for the most part, specifically since moving to the United States, I've noticed that personally there's been a distancing of the team from the audience, partly to keep ourselves safe, but also to try and make sure that we minimize the amount of hate that we are subjected to on a regular basis. I know that a lot of people watching, certainly from a vocal minority, I would presume, are upset that we bring politics into our stories, that we cover our own personal lives, and that we make content that is a myriad of who we are as people, rather than just, this is a car, you should buy it, it's great, look at all these features. Or this is what happened in the news. This is what happened in the news. This is how you think the news should be reported, and we're doing exactly how you feel we should be doing. However, it has got to a point now where I know myself, I do not enjoy my job anymore. And I actually had several team members ask me last week what the future of the channel is, because everyone is suffering at the hand of the verbal abuse that we are getting in comment sections, either because we are trying to be as fair and unbiased as we possibly can be, or because we're not covering stories in the way that people want us to, or because we are highlighting, hey, bad things are happening to the community that we are part of. And if we want a better future for everybody, this is how we all need to be. We all need to behave and work. Our subscriber count has tanked. Our ad revenue has fallen. And somebody emailed me yesterday telling me that there is now what appears to be, certainly from the screenshots they sent, a lot of adverts that are now cross-shopping against our videos, being suggested either alongside our videos or after our videos, promoting what to a member of an LGBTQ community would be quite terrifying videos, promoting points of view that would suggest that we as content creators are not valid people. On a bad day, I want nothing more to do with this channel. On a bad day, I want nothing more to do with electric cars. But you can't get rid of me that easily. So I still believe in electric vehicles. I still believe in electric cars. And I still believe that our future depends on us making that transition to cleaner, greener, safer, and smarter transport. I believe it's something that everybody needs to do. I believe it's something that we can effectively, as a community, work together to solve. However, the negativity that we are now subjected to, the fear, the uncertainty, the doubt that we are being subjected to every day, the slurs that we are being subjected to every day, the threats that we are being subjected to every day, combined with what we are experiencing in the real world. Remind you that the Conservative Political Action Conference took place this past weekend, and at that conference, there were cheers when a speaker suggested that transgenderism be eradicated completely. This is not up for debate. This is not something I want to discuss. As a trans person myself, I find that abhorrent. But there are people in the comments who are now using those very words against us as content creators. And while I live in America and Transport Evolved is based in America, and you have your right and your freedom of speech to say what you want, just as you have the right to not subscribe to this channel and not listen to what we say on the channel, we have rights as content creators to not have to deal with the negativity and the hating comments. I know this is going to cause us to lose a lot of subscribers, and it pains me on a daily basis that that is the case, because I think we generally as a community are better than this. We are stronger than this. However, for my own sanity, for the sanity of the rest of the team, and you can tell us that you believe we're wrong, and that's okay, but we're not that we get anymore. For the foreseeable future, all future turn off comments. And I know that will hurt us. I know that will hurt us financially. And maybe that will kill the channel. I don't know. But I have to protect myself and my team from the hate. And there are an amazing group of Patreon supporters who support the channel, an amazing group of YouTube channel supporters who support the channel and support what we do, who donate money every month to help us do what we do. And were it not for you all, we most definitely wouldn't be here. However, just because we are a public-facing YouTube channel does not mean that we have to put up with the level of abuse that we have been subjected to recently. Both abuse aimed at us because of our gender identities and sexualities, but also because of how we cover the news. Some of the comments we got yesterday on 10, because we didn't cover a 4-hour event from Tesla in the way that a lot of people wanted us to, we got a lot of hate. And of those comments, everyone had a slightly different way that they wanted us to report it. We can't keep everybody happy. And so this, to use a phrase from The Mandalorian, this is the way, okay? I don't like it. I don't like what's happening. If I had my druthers, I would leave YouTube and I would go and create content on another platform. But I don't want to do that because I believe this information is important for everybody to have free at the point of service. But just as you would be asked to get off a bus or an airplane if you started insulting the driver or the airline staff on the plane or the pilot, just as you would be asked to leave a restaurant if you started cursing out the wait staff. We have a right as creators to not be in a toxic work environment. And right now, YouTube, Transport Evolved, has been incredibly toxic. And we are going to stop reading our mail. We're going to stop reading the comments. It's very difficult for us to turn off comments on existing videos. YouTube makes it very difficult for us to do that. In fact, I tried doing that earlier, and I actually ended up temporarily deleting the entire channel or making it invisible. That's been fixed. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go through and try and disable comments on past videos. But if you want to say something to myself or the rest of the team, I'm afraid it's now going to be a little bit harder. If you want to interact with us, reach out to us on Mastodon. That's the coolest place for us to reach out and talk. We have a dedicated server. Just sign up for your own Mastodon account with whoever you want to be part of, whichever Mastodon server you want to be part of in the Fediverse. And when you have something you want to say to us, at us, show at mastodon.transportevolved.com. And you can reach out to individual team members on Mastodon too. The benefit of that, Mastodon is public, and people tend not to be dicks in that way, although they have been in the YouTube comment section, obviously. But the other reason we are ending our comments is because we have a lot of spam, a lot of people. We have a lot of problems with people pretending to be us. We have a lot of problems with cryptocurrency scam stuff. And of course, if you want to reach out to us and you're in the Patreon group, you can send us a message. If you want to send us email, you can send us an email through the channel. But if you're going to rage at us and tell us how terrible we are and how we shouldn't exist and how we are terrible people and we're dangerous and we should go and live in Saudi Arabia so that we can be shot, or wait until you get rounded up. We've had comments alluding to the Nazi Holocaust and how we are next. And that is not good for anyone's mental health. I personally have become a bit of a social recluse as a consequence of my job. Someone came over today who I know, who is actually a supporter of the channel, who is a wonderful person, who I consider a personal friend. And that's different. But I don't want to go to things like Fully Charged Live anymore. I don't want to engage anymore. Because the amount of hate that we're getting is just untenable for one person or for a team of people. And like I say, if you're in a restaurant, if you're in an airplane, if you're on a bus, if you're on a train, and you behave the way that some of you behave in the comment section, you'd be asked to leave. You'd be asked to get off. You'd potentially be removed forcibly. I don't have to put up with this. Michael, Erin, and Kate do not have to put up with this. My team are worth more than that. Thank you. If you want to support the channel, to support the oodles of people who I'm sure are unsubscribing right now because they're angry because I'm taking away their First Amendment right, go to patreon.com/transportevolved and support us there. Those of you who think we are taking away your First Amendment right, we're not. You have a right to have your free speech on whatever forum you want, just not on Transport Evolved's channel. You can say what you want elsewhere online. If you want to call me a silly bitch somewhere else, do so. But don't expect me or the rest of the team to have to deal with your hate and insecurities, because it's not okay. And right now, our team, our community, honestly, we're fighting for our very survival. I ran a poll earlier on talking about some of the latest news, and some respondents to the poll said they were glad that some of the politicians at CPAC had said what they'd said about the LGBTQ community. Imagine reading that. Imagine seeing that in the comments every day. It's not fair. Thank you for watching. If you think this is too long, maybe you played it at 2 times speed. I don't care. But what I do care about is that we make the world a cleaner, greener, safer, and smarter place. Thank you for watching. Make sure that those around you that you love who are vulnerable are safe and feel loved, and most importantly, stand beside those people. stand beside them and fight for their rights.